Okay, and we're in. I actually realized that I want to amend the last Friday episode that we did, and that was about balancing personal, private life, business,
Amend your
social
take?
media, all that. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
amend my take a little bit.
Hit it.
I think that it is remarkably like being on a diet
Okay.
in terms of like macros, or it's remarkably like working out relative to exercise selection,
Okay.
where you have a budget of you have a budget of calories, right? You have so many calories you can take in, and you can take them in here and here and here,
Yeah.
right? Or in terms of like max effort lifting, you have a budget. You don't necessarily always know it going in, but you can feel it as you go along.
Yeah.
Of how much heavy lifting you can do, how much volume you can do, whatever.
Talking about like a sharing battery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that is also true about personal life versus business, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not always the same thing. Like when you're moving forward, it's not always 40% this and 20% this and 40% that or whatever. You know, it is more that those things go back and forth. And when you start to feel out of balance is when you have to kind of force things back into a comfortable zone for a little while.
Yeah. Too much of an extreme of either.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, my content is bland because all I'm talking about is sets and reps, and now no one knows who I am.
Right.
And then, wow, I just told my whole life story 5 times in a row.
Right.
Let's talk about Elon Musk's body.
Right. Or if you know that, like, from a business standpoint, you have something going on that takes a lot of your physical time and your mental space, and maybe even your emotional energy. You might not be all that available outside of that for a period of time, but know that you're gonna turn the ship back into the lane at some point and have more of a balance. But I think that expecting to have a balance all the time is crazy and crazy making.
Yeah. I couldn't agree with you more. And for me, I think though a lot of that is unconscious.
Yeah.
How much I share or not, and it's based on like my mental load.
Yeah.
Not necessarily my physical stress. And I've said it many times here and otherwise where like balance for some reason people think is a static position.
Yeah, and it's not.
Yeah, it's a dynamic life's dynamic just as much as whatever balance may be dynamic. And like going 80% towards work isn't an unhealthy balance.
Yeah.
It's maybe an unhealthy balance if you do it for a decade.
Right. But for a while, I mean, like if you have a project are you going to give less to a project that's important to you from a business standpoint?
Yeah.
And have the outcome be less than it would have been.
It was not going to get anywhere.
Or just it's not going to happen, whatever, unless you put that amount of work into it. But also know that like those things end,
right, or change, or you adapt, or you build systems,
right.
Same, I'd imagine, for a kid, and obviously I can't speak on this. I have no kids that I know of, but puppies or something.
Yeah.
Like the first week you get one, I imagine this is similar with your very first child ever.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? And you're looking at this thing for 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Because is it going to die? Is it going to start bleeding? What the fuck's going on?
Is it going to shit on everything?
Yeah. And a puppy, is it going to eat everything? Like, what are we doing? And then eventually the puppy learns you, and you learn the puppy.
Yeah.
And then your kid's 16, and you might not see him for a week.
Yeah.
Because he's doing his own shit. Like, you understand what's going on. And a work is similar. Fucking diet's similar too.
Yeah.
Like how much, not only how strict you stick to it, but how much attention you have to pay to it.
Right.
Once you find a flow, I'm eating the same shit every day. And I'm on the most quote unquote strict diet I've ever been on. But it's easier.
Yeah.
Because I've done it now for 3 months and I know exactly what I'm eating every day.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I was like, fuck, dude, I'm hungry, and where am I going to eat next, and how do I fit these macros, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that was a pretty damn good analogy. And the episode's over. Later, losers.
Yeah, seriously. I was actually trying to think, how can I make this an addendum or whatever? It's like, we have to sit down and crank some stuff out because I'm going to be gone next week. And so I would throw that in and say that if you listen to that episode, and I hope you listen to this episode too, I hope you listen to every episode. I hope you take them to heart and memorize them.
I just hope you share them on Facebook.
And share them on every social media platform because we could use that.
It don't hurt. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to One Good Question, our Friday episode here at 50% Facts. If you want to get involved, basically what we do is we choose questions from our community, and if you win, you get a little gift from 3SB, Good Company, Third Street Barbell. But what you got to do is join the Discord. So head to 50percentfacts.com. There's a tab above. You can click on Discord. If you have the app either on your laptop, your PC, or your phone, join it. It's basically like a group chat meets an old school forum. This is our server for our community only. We have group chat going on. If you see the tabs on the left, that's just where everyone's hanging out, talking mess. Then underneath that, there should be one called The One Good Question. You can throw your questions in there, unlimited amounts, and if it's chosen, you will be featured on the show. I don't know which one we chose today. Oh, building a team, or something of that nature.
Where is that one at?
I don't know. Top, bottom-ish 3. I had it. Qualities you look for in people when assembling a team. Thinking more in terms of business and management. And I would say, I know you're bringing up business and management, my friend, whoever's asking this question, but one, this is not my expertise. I've ran businesses and helped with businesses for a very long time, but I'm not like a hiring guy. There's like particular skills and interview skills in hiring guys. Like that's like a skill like everything else. But I've had to hire or fire multiple times, and it's what I hate, and that's why I'm not a businessman. But I would say that it's probably the same process and similar qualities, at least I look for in everything else. Building a basketball team, building friendship, building whatever it is you're building. You find things that you're not good at, or that the squad is lacking, or the company is lacking, or the team is lacking, and you try to fill those holes with someone that does that job better than you, or at very least as good as you to delegate, or hopefully better than you.
Right.
And obviously that's the broad fucking scope answer, but
yeah, and I think that I think what's difficult sometimes is that people end up having very similar skills, and finding the diversity of skill could be a thing. And I think that sometimes you end up, vendoring that stuff out because it's hard to find somebody that you can hire that is enough of a job and whatever. But even then, you're looking for a certain kind of similar mindedness, I guess.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go next. That was like the baseline shit.
Okay.
And like, it gets more layered with business and professional teams because, like you said, like, is it enough of a job? Do you have the salary cap, or do we have the budget? Right. And so there are things you may need, but you can't afford, or the type of talent you need on the next level is a career type position, and you may not have the budget to take on 20 full-time employees to delegate everything.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I likened it more to like all of them being the same, because if you get the base qualities of like buy-in and loyalty, you can just never go wrong. Someone could be absolutely talentless, but if they're about it, they're going to help you more than someone with slight talent who's not about it, because they're going to find a way. If someone's truly fucking about it, doesn't matter what it is, and as long as they're not dumb as a total rock, if they got some intelligence in them and they're fucking about it, chances are they'll find a way to make themselves useful or be resourceful purely because they're about the team. They're, the slogan I've been saying is be a part of something bigger than yourself. And if you're a part of that, you're going to find your niche. And it may be smaller than others. Yeah. In basketball reference, maybe you're just the kid on the bench that makes everybody feel good. That's like the lowest thing you could be on a team, right? You're not really putting on the scoreboard. You're not rebounding. You're not even feeding me water when I'm tired, but you just make the whole team chemistry or feel better. That's a position needed in business too. If morale's high, we're moving. Right. And that's like literally just high effort, high loyalty.
Yeah. And I think that, oh goodness, where was I going? I know. Sometimes you find people who are super talented and you know that they're going to outgrow your job.
Right.
And I think that as a business owner, as a business leader, you have to understand that that's actually a better thing than it sounds like on the surface.
Yeah, there's two routes there, right? you either welcome that and welcome a mentor position and get the most out of them and give the most out of them as you can at the time period you have, or you elevate and you put them somewhere, right? Yeah. Like in these type of businesses, for some reason, it's not that common. But like lawyers and shit, or other big jobs, it's the norm.
Yeah.
Oh, so and so worked here for 5 years. He's so fucking talented. He became partner.
Right.
Right. Like I don't know why that's not more of a norm in other jobs, but it's definitely possible, and it makes sense to me because, like you said, like that's more common than not. And that's whether you guys agree with it or not. I don't want to get in that discussion, but that's how just our world is built in capitalism.
Yeah.
You know, the guys that don't have more than, 2, 3, 4, 5 tools, they're going to go do their own shit.
Mm-hmm.
They will be the boss.
Mm-hmm.
And if you only have 1 or 2 tools, then you're probably going to be under a boss.
Yeah. Well, often those people are there for the experience, and if they are, then just give them the best experience that you can give them, and also get from them the best they have to offer.
Sure.
And they could have a lasting impact on the company and not physically be there anymore.
Right.
And in a positive way.
And the long-term friendship or business relationship can continue to benefit both parties, even if they go on to their own thing.
Yeah, somebody that I know I've mentioned it before, and I don't really know what the current state of play is because I haven't talked to him in a while. But I always admired the way Jason Khalipa built his business because he started off entirely on his own, and then as he started to have to add staff because you can't do everything and you don't have all the expertise or whatever, he looked through basically his network, people he went to college with and who had been out in the world and gotten experience in different things and pulled them in, and they were about it. They liked Jason. They wanted to work with Jason. They wanted to see the whole company succeed, and it was a comfortable situation built on pre-existing relationships, but not really relying on those relationships in order to succeed.
Yeah, another one while we're going through examples is Kelly Starrett.
Yeah.
Kelly Starrett, I don't know if it was in an interview or if it was off air, but one time I was talking to him, this is probably 8 years ago now, I don't even fucking know, but there was it was brought up like, what are you most proud of as of right now over the last year, over the last 3 years of San Francisco CrossFit? And he said, we incubated 8 different businesses.
Yeah.
Meaning his employees or his members somehow worked within the network and built a company or a business out of what they were doing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool. That's like a big we over me type mentality, which is rare in this world, let alone business.
Right.
For some reason, people can be like super selfless and like buy you dinner and like give the shirt off your back type shit, or let you stay at their house or whatever the fuck it might be, borrow their car. But then like you get into like business mode and people turn cutthroat. But you don't have to be. It could always be we over me.
Yeah. You don't want to ever be in a situation, and God knows we've seen it, where people think of their business partners, the people that they work closely with, collaborate with, who are their employees, as some kind of a threat. Yeah. Like you really can't live like that. That state of paranoia will kill your business.
Well, and just like why?
Yeah, exactly why.
Yeah. Because again, like we're talking about, like if you get that talented person and you know they're going to do their own thing eventually, you got 2 routes. Like nurture them, get what you can, help them as much as you can, and then continue that relationship when they start their own business or whatever that might be. Mm-hmm. Again, the lawyer thing is the other one. Make them some type of partner or whatever, executive or whatever the fuck it might be. Because there's just no real reason, even pure business-wise, even if you don't like each other.
Yeah.
You could not like each other, not want to go grab pizza after work.
But you can acknowledge what somebody can accomplish.
And you can still do good things together.
Yeah.
Like a majority of business, we're in small business because we want to work with people we like. But regular business, you don't get to choose that.
Yeah.
So like you can still have successful business, do good things, continue to grow your business and someone else's business, and not like them personally as well.
Yeah. I was reading an article, and I'm just quoting it out of my ass. I have no idea exactly if I'm dead on with this, but some study was showing that sort of the top wage earners got their jobs through their networks, not through really anything else.
Yeah.
That really leans into, going to a good school or being involved with a team or
that's the old school thought, right? It's like you go to Stanford, sure the education's more, but it's like the lineage you're going to hop yourself into.
Right.
And then every Stanford guy has your back. I don't know how that works anymore, but I do know that was a thing for a little bit.
Yeah, it was. Shall we cap this one off?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, 3sb.co. Grab all your clothes. There should be a new capsule the week after this episode, so check that out. 3rd Street Barbell, if you're in Northern California, you can find us. I'm Sal Mike, if you want to find me. New episodes every Wednesday, Friday. I don't know if I said that. Share this thing out. We'll catch you in the next one.
I'm at the Jim McDonald on all the social media. This show is 50% facts. Where percent is a word, 50 it's just numbers. 50% facts is a Spreaker Prime podcast in association with iHeartMedia on the Obscure Celebrity Network. And we will talk to you next week.